Hello, children. It's my immense pleasure to welcome you all through this online English class. How are you all? I hope you all fine there. I'm so glad to meet you all. I'm Jolin here, and I'm going to handle 9th Standard English. And definitely, this year we are going to experience an online way of learning. Definitely, this is going to be interesting for you. So, children, you just enjoy and explore it. Alright, today we will deal with English literature of Class 9, Prose Chapter 1 of your textbook Treasure Trove. The name of the chapter is Cheap Seattle Speech. I repeat, the name of the chapter is Cheap Seattle Speech. Now remember, you all entering into ICSE syllabus and this is your first chapter, so read the chapter thoroughly again and again so that you would understand it fully well. Cheap Seattle. Now look at this picture. Here's Cheap Seattle. Let's see about the author. Cheap Seattle. Cheap Seattle was a Native American chief. He was a member of Squamish. The spelling of Squamish is S-U-Q-U-A-M-I-S-H, Squamish tribe, and a prominent figure among the people. He pursued a path of accommodation and reconciliation with white settlers. Now, let me introduce the character Cheap Seattle. Cheap Seattle was the leader of Squamish and Duwamish. How will you pronounce the word Duwamish? Du-wa-mish. He was a powerful warrior and an eloquent orator. He was known as Big Guy. The city of Seattle in the US is named after him. He spoke a speech in Lusheed language. The picture which you are looking now is Native Americans. Who are Native Americans? Native Americans are also known as American Indians. Native Americans were often grouped into tribes or nations. These groups were generally based on people that shared the same culture, language, religion, custom, and politics. There are over 1,000 Native American tribes in the United States. Sometimes tribes were also grouped by the religion of the United States. They lived in the places like coastal region of India. They also speak different languages. Okay, children, next we'll have a look at the video.
Welcome to Kids Academy.
Hello. Let's get started on the lesson. Native Americans are the original people who lived in the United States. Native Americans lived in tribes and nations that had their own religions, traditions, and languages. Among the famous Indian nations, there are Cherokee, Sioux, Navajo, Iroquois, and Apache. Today, there are more than 500 Native American tribes and nations. Let's take a look at the worksheet. Can you find the names of 5 Indian tribes or nations in the word search? We're looking for Cherokee, Sioux, Navajo, Iroquois, and Apache. The words are written horizontally and vertically. First, let's find the name Cherokee. It begins with the letter C. Cherokee means people with another language. Do you see it in the word search? There it is. C H E R O K E E. Awesome job! Now, let's look for Sioux. Native Americans of the Sioux tribe were known as warriors and hunters. Can you find this name? It's spelled S-I-O-U-X. Found it. S-I-O-U-X. Great work! The next name is Navajo. It begins with the letter N. The Navajo tribe originally lived in the southwest region of the United States. Let's find the tribal name in the word search. N A V A J O. Correct. Native Americans of the Iroquois tribe lived in the northeast region. They were known for fishing and agriculture. Agriculture is another word for farming. Do you see the name Iroquois? It starts with the letter I. It's right here. I-R-O-Q-U-O-I-S. Good job! The last name that we need to find is Apache. The Apache Indians built shelters called wigwams from branches, leaves, and grass. Let's find the name Apache. Here, A, P, A, C, H, E. Excellent. Let's review. Native Americans are the original people who lived in the United States. The 5 largest tribes and nations are Cherokee, Sioux, Navajo, Iroquois, and Apache. Each tribe has its own unique culture and traditions. They were known for unique skills such as hunting and fishing. Agriculture is another word for farming. A wigwam is a Native American shelter built from branches, leaves, and grass. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Subscribe to our channel to stay updated on new videos. Find links to our apps in the comments below.
Okay, children. Now let's see the context of that speech. First, President Franklin Pierce was the 14th President of the United States. He sent a letter to Chief Seattle communicating their intention to purchase the Northwest Territory. The picture which you are looking now is the President Franklin Pierce. Secondly, Governor Isaac Stephen. Governor Isaac Stephen was a commissioner of Indian Affairs for Washington Territory. He called for the meeting to discuss the surrender or sale of the land by the Native American to the white settler. This meeting took place on 11th March 1854 at the place called Seattle. This was the place when Seattle's speech was made. Now, let's see about the speech of Chief Seattle. First, he told about the changing time and Seattle's response. Secondly, he has spoke about the untimely decay of Native Americans. Thirdly, he talked about the difference between the red men and the white men. Fourth, he talked about reverence towards ancestors. Fifth, the end is near. Sixth, condition and rational. Seventh, an ominous declaration. Eighth, surrender or sale of the Lord. Okay, children, now let's see the explanation of the text. Let me read the text. Yonder sky that has wept tears of compassion upon many people for centuries untold, and which to us appears changeless and eternal may change. Today is fair, tomorrow it may be overcast with clouds. My words are like the stars that never change. Whatever Seattle says, the great chief at Washington can rely upon with as much certainty as he can upon the return of the sun or the season. The white chief says that big chief at Washington sends us greetings of friendship and goodwill. This is kind of him, for we know he has little need of our friendship in return. His people are many. They are like the grass that covers vast prairies. My peoples are few. They resemble the scattering trees of a storm-swept plain. The great, and I presume good, white chief sends us word that he wishes to buy our land, but is willing to allow us enough to live comfortably. This indeed appears just, even generous, for the red man no longer has rights that he need respect, and the offer may be wise. Also, as we are no longer in need of an extensive country. Okay, children, now let me explain. So, wonder sky means the sky over the sky above all the head, the sky that you and I can see. This sky over our head has blessed with many people. It has swept tears of compassion. Here, what he trying to say is that we have lived thousands of years on this land. So this guy is witnessing about this. He also said that the situation may change at any time, any cost. Today the sky is clear. The weather is also good. But it doesn't mean the sky is clear always. Today it does not mean that it will be clear even for tomorrow. Similarly, the red man or the Native Americans lived on the world centuries and centuries. Then Sheep Seattle continued telling that no matter what the stars in the sky will not change ever. Similarly, my words also can rely on I will never go back. In the next line, he talks about Seattle's speech. He refers Washington. The president can rely on my words. The sun set in the evening, but be assured in the next day it will rise up. Yeah, simultaneously, seasons may change at any time. In the next line, he talks about White Chief. Here, White Chief refers to governor. Sheep Seattle now says that the people were powerless. Why does he need to tell that? Yeah, he talks about his friendship because his peoples were too many in number. Okay, children, I hope you would have understand this. Now, let's see the glossary. Yonder. I repeat, yonder. The meaning is the far distance. The far distance. Compassion. Sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of people. Eternal. Lasting or existing forever without end. Prairies. A large open area of grassland, especially in north. Scattering. A small number of amount of things in a particular area. Presume. Be arrogant or impudent enough to do things. Okay, children. I hope you all have understand today's chapter. Okay, children. Let me continue in the next paragraph. Be safe